Tommy Robinson is back, ladies and gentlemen. And we are going to be covering this clip here about the UK and Islamism because it's very important. I'm Tyler Traveling Clat, your favorite Zionist Prince white colonizer. Let's take a look at this clip.
On the 13th of September, Adam, I don't know if you come into London or not, we are going to have the biggest patriotic rally and free speech festival Europe has ever seen. I mean, it's going to, on the numbers that come are going to shock they're going to shock the establishment. They're going to shock them. We control ourselves now. We are family-friendly events. They're beautiful events. They're a moment. Do you know, I don't know if it's happening in Australia like it is here. We've been made to feel ashamed of who we are. We haven't been able to celebrate our identity or our culture. We've been under immense attack. An attack that is focused on the family, an attack that is focused on masculinity, an attack that is supposed to break us down. Now, what we've seen in the UK, and that's why I think London, the whole world should be watching London on 13th September, because we're going to stick our two fingers straight back up to that establishment and say, we are coming together, we are mobilising, I've matured, yeah? I'm a very different man to when I was 25. I'm now 42. As you said, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, I'm a brilliant journalist. I investigate. And if it doesn't fit my narrative, I've done one story called The Phantom Gang, where I went to look for this Muslim gang who had been raping a girl. And I found out very quickly the girl was lying. And then I was the one that told the story to clear the lad's name. I become very good friends, actually, with the lad's name was Mo. I become good friends with him because I felt broken for the man and his family because of false accusations that were being labelled against him. And although it would have fitted my narrative, the easy thing for me to do would have been to jump on the bandwagon against him. But the truth is the most important issue, and the truth is the most important point. And that's why a lot of the people who watch my journalism trust me in what I'm saying. So if I make a video, they trust what I'm saying. They believe in what I'm saying. The level of distrust now in British media is at an all-time high. No one trusts them. The thing is, it's like they don't realise, it's like they've got a terminal illness. They're dying and they don't even realise it. No one cares about what you say. You want to call me a racist? No one gives a shit. We don't care. No, the public don't care. And I see the reaction I now receive everywhere I go. And I can see there has been a mass awakening. And it's now coming from, I just said I was in Fulham yesterday, a really posh area of London. And I had a woman just like, oh my God, I've cancelled my holiday with my husband. We're coming on September. The normal people, I went out with my mum, just tables full of women. We're all coming, Tommy. We're all coming. Britain is a breaking point. I believe there's a political revolution growing right now. And I want to play my role in it. And it must hurt the establishment. It must hurt the media to know that all the money they've had, everything they've had to try and discredit, slander and destroy us. And right now, just coming out of prison after a 7-month sentence, we are stronger than ever before. We have a louder voice than ever before. And people are listening. People are fed up. You know, the other thing, our movement, we welcome everyone. I want to unify this country. I want to unify everyone against the establishment, against Islamic takeover of this country, against the demographic replacement. And as I said, September 13th, anyone who's watching.
Tommy, is this, I mean, I've got 10 years on you, and I know at 51, I've grown up as well, and you're going to grow more going forward. Do you have political ambition or not? Because I could see you doing that job.
Yeah, I did. I would rather, I think my skill is in my journalism, and my skill is in waking people up and making them think and changing their minds. I've never wanted to, and I've said this multiple times because there was an issue in Nigel Farage kept saying, Tommy Robinson, we don't want him to join Reform. I was like, I'm not asked to join Reform. What are you talking about? I want to be part of a cultural movement, and I want to wake people up and bring them together. I want to give them a sense of identity, and I want to direct them and educate them and highlight issues. You can do the politics. Other people, I now look at, there's a new party now, because unfortunately Nigel Farage has made comments about we have to prepare for the Islamic demographic by 2050. We have to make peace with Islam. We cannot alienate Islam. It's like he's already holding up the white flag because the demographic statistics show the power that Islam will be. From my point of view, we have to do everything we can to stop that. We can't let it get to that point. Yeah? I'm not ready to wave a white flag. There's 1,000 years of English Christian history in this country. We're not giving it away in 60 years because we're cowards. You might be willing to do that. We're not. The British public, every real red-blooded male in this country ain't going to let that happen. Mm-hmm. We're awake. We might have been asleep. The lines are awakening.
Definitely been asleep.
Yeah? And everyone's going to see that. And Nigel will have to cotton onto that as well. Nigel seems to be preparing to surrender. We're not going to do that. I think a political force is going to be needed. There's a new party now called Advance. A gentleman called Ben Habib, who's formed. I look at them and see that. Nigel sits there comfortably at a minute. The whole country's fed up with the Uni Party, with Labour and Conservatives. In steps Nigel Farage. He's not bothered about demographic replacement, said he's not going to do mass deportations, but this country's primed for a political revolution. The populist movement in this country want mass deportations. Mass deportations weren't even being spoke about 2 years ago. Look at it now. Everyone's talking about it. The Overton window has shifted so far, so quick. And I always remember saying, that swing that's coming from left to right, it's going to be unstoppable. When you know all the people, I used to have people, Islam, they'd whisper, yeah? People weren't comfortable talking about it. When that bubble bursts, yeah, and all those people who have been silenced and scared to talk, when they realise the floodgates open and everyone's now speaking their mind openly, that is the answer to this, is the most free speech we've ever had. We need to speak openly, and when that happens, and the celebrities start jumping ship, which they already are, the commentators, people are now coming on board. The amount, this was a lonely place, Adam, 10 years ago. No one was talking.
100%, 100%.
Look at it now. It's not lonely anymore.
You're describing Australia. I mean, I know I get DMs every day from Australians that there's this silent majority, and you can just feel
Wait till
it.
that bubble bursts, mate. That bubble's going to burst. It's bursting right now in Britain. I'm telling you, you will look back. Everyone's going to look back in the next 24 months in this country and realise, shit, the bubble burst. Cat's out of the bag. You ain't putting it back in. We're awake. We're fed up. You're not replacing us. Okay? We're not going away. You thought Keir Starmer tried to put fear into the entire British public by locking people up, by locking me up, by locking Lucy Connolly up, a mother, 31 months, for a few comments on Facebook, for locking people up for nothing. That was meant to scare the public. We then held a demonstration a month after that, on the 26th of October, 200,000 people. These figures are unheard of in British nationalist movements. To put these many people on the streets, and as I said, I'm looking forward to September 13th. They ain't going to know what hit. And the thing that causes them the most worry is we're controlling ourselves. You're not going to decide who we are. We're not hooligans. Yeah, you're not painting us as hooligans. Yeah, we're young men, or we're men, and we're masculine, and we're not going to back down. We're not coming. The police are not our enemy. Yeah, we decide. We now bring a party atmosphere. I just tell people, bring your smiles and bring your flags, lads. We're coming to party. We're going to party in our capital city on September 13th. We're going to have a wonderful day. We've got gospel church bands. We've got singers coming over from Canada. We've got people coming from all over the world. Jordan Peterson is talking at our event. Again, we're now attracting mainstream heavyweights in free speech are coming to London. And they're coming because of the impeccable behaviour of our supporters in the last 3 demonstrations. This is not, if I thought the solution was to go and get angry on the streets, I don't think that's the solution. The solution is to win the hearts and minds of the British public. And we're winning the hearts and minds.
Look, this is Tommy Robinson reforming. Like, for sure, the man has a controversial past. Nobody's gonna be able to deny it. I don't even think he'll deny it, because I've seen him say that the things he said in the past, some of the things he said in the past, were fucked up, and he doesn't agree with them. But like, this is a man who's actually fighting to reform his own movement, the things he was a part of in the past, and fight for the British public. I just got in a conversation in a bit of a debate with one of my followers on Omi TV the other day, who was telling me I was pushing far-right propaganda in the UK because of my, not support of Tommy Robinson, but because of my coverage and repeating some of the talking points of Tommy Robinson. But I was like, listen, the man, everything I've seen from the man, yeah, I'm 100% sure some of the stuff he said in the past could be considered bigoted. Like, so you could even say that some of the stuff that I've said in the past could be seen as bigoted. Just in the past year. Because, sometimes you're in your emotions and you speak out of line. Like, everybody does that. But you can see that there's an attempt by Tommy Robinson to now reform that and fight for actually bringing on a counterculture movement. One that's surrounded by love and surrounded by the people, making the people of the British public feel native, feel like they're home, feel like this is not, like their country isn't collapsing. I applaud that. I think it's great. I mean, I for him to treat it also as a festival, to try to depoliticize the movement and make it more about having pride in being British, having pride in being English, probably some food, some music, some culture. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. That's what you need to do to survive. That's something, by the way, that Americans need to look to. And Americans of all races, of all spectrums, need to be able to look to understand, like, what is, you can have your Latino culture, your African American culture, your white American culture, your Jewish American culture, your Arab American culture. But the thing that we need to meet together on is that the shared values of the United States of America, of wanting to keep the United States of America a democracy. Same thing in Europe, in all parts of Europe. We can have all these different cultures, but they need to come together on the idea that we believe in democracy. We believe in pushing that. In the UK, I think that this may be a very, very powerful way to actually bridge the divide between how hard it's been for Tommy to gain access in the mainstream. And I'm actually really excited to see this. I'll be keeping an eye out for this event. Like, I'm genuinely curious to see how it goes, to see what kind of people arrive there, what kind of rambunctiousness does break out, because for sure there will be. Probably will be counter protests, but it'd be very interesting to see, like, what Tommy is fighting to change the UK, and it seems like he's one of the only vocal voices actually trying to change the United Kingdom for the better. So I wish him the best of luck, and let's see what he does. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, class.
If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.